Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Here we are going into, what is this again that I wanted to call this? Complexion? Makeup for men, basically, is what I'm going to do. So I have been wanting to do something like this for quite some time. I just haven't had the actual idea of how I wanted to do this, but it's been sunny now. It is, as of new, the end of April. And I think this will be out in October is kind of when I want to start doing this. But I am a professional photographer and a professional makeup artist. Really haven't had anything published yet. But I actually want to break down how I do makeup for men. I've had a lot of male models ask me how this is done and such, and if I could do tutorials, but also for other aspiring makeup artists who maybe are a little more intimidated by doing makeup on men. I've been doing a lot of makeup on guys, as you guys can see here. Yeah, it's something that I like to do a lot of because there's just so much you can do with men. And just, I'm gonna break it down by keeping it simple of two different ways that I do it with these brands that I will be using. And these are brands I've been doing a lot of my photography with on my makeup page, but also on my professional photography page, which you can also figure out or not figure out, but see what I do and how I do makeup for men. Now, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and start off with Pat McGrath Labs is what will be the first round. I will do concealer, highlighter, bronzer is kind of one way I do it, and then I will also do it with foundation, concealer, and all that stuff. And I am wearing the infamous purple shirt that has been on basically every male model that I've done shoots with. But first and foremost, I will always ask, are you allergic to anything? Or, do you have any allergies to anything? Most likely no. So first and foremost, I always like to do is I will actually do a little spritz of this on the face. And just begin to just soak it in. Keeping it easy, keeping it simple. All right, now that that has settled in, give a little hydration to the skin, wake it up, basically. I'm gonna go in with the Luminous Blur Stick from Milk. I've been using this for quite some time. I mean, I already went through one and bought another one, but just gonna go in. This gives it a really nice luminous glow, but it also really helps to prep the skin. And I am keeping my beard on for this, just so we could see what we're dealing with. And blend in with the hands. Now that we have that in, there we go. I am gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury's Vanishing Color Corrector Makeup in number 2 medium. Sorry, I have my mirror over here. Let me bring this around. But this is just to really help with color correction, obviously, getting rid of a little bit of that darkness and keeping things very, very simple. Look at that vanishing. And I'm trying to keep this tutorial as short as possible. And just blend out with the fingertips. Now that that is blended in, I am gonna go in with, I believe it was LM14, maybe, or LM15, or LM17, because I am getting some color. We will go with LM14 for right now. And literally just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, here, 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 here. Why not? And with a brush, something a little bit more condensed, more compact. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just going to start using this to blend everything out. because I don't want to go too dark. And this one has LM14, I believe, was a light to medium with a golden undertone. Igdankik. But as you can tell, to my forehead compared to here, to my neck, and to this, my forehead does get pretty tanned quite easily. And we will be using Pat McGrath bronzers and the highlighters from Pat McGrath as well. See, like, this is all I really do for a lot of my male models. And just in the areas where you just need a little bit more, because this foundation, this concealer does last quite a while. I'm gonna go blend everything out and we will continue with the next. So, see how this just looks a little off? Like the undertone is just so off, but it's beautiful in photography and the photos. So, without further ado, let us get into not the bronzers yet, highlighter. So I like to do highlighter first before I do the bronzer because I like the highlighter to be in the background. And I am going to go in with, I forgot which one I really like. So these are the two highlighters I have. I mean, the Divine Rose, but this one's going to be Golden Nectar and Venus Nectar. And one is going to be more like a beige and the other one's going to be more peachy. Let's do Venus Nectar, actually. Let's do Golden Nectar. Keep it a little light for now. Where's my highlighter brush? And this, I always just do there. Keep it to, oh God, this is such a beautiful highlighter. And the high points. Whatever's left over on my brush, I'll put it right here. And I use it right under the brow as well for the brow bone highlight. And this one just really melts into the skin, which I love. It's so beautiful. Can't go wrong with that. Ooh, beautiful highlighter. Now, screw it, let's just keep going. Bronzer, I have two bronzers here. Bronze Dawn and Desert Glow. I think I might do Desert Glow because it's a little bit deeper. Bronze Dawn would definitely be more light, and because I'm going to be doing photos after this, let's just go into Bronze Dawn, right? Desert Glow, sorry, is what I'm going to go in with. And just start like that. Can't forget the real estate of having a big forehead and a receding hairline, basically. But this bronzer actually does match my, what do you call it? What color my forehead is basically getting into right now. So, this is gonna match very well everywhere else. And I just use the bronzer to bring warmth and shape to my face, basically. I wouldn't contour my face for something like this. And like I said, I'm doing this first with a beard, and then I will go back again to redo another video without my beard, so you guys could just get an idea of with and without a beard, basically. But yeah, that is literally all I do. That is the dishes done being dried. So from here, we are gonna do a little bit of brows. And for brows, I'm gonna go into, I really miss, when I used to wear makeup when I lived in Vegas, this is what I would do for work. And because I worked inside a resort, the lighting was so good that you can never tell I had anything on. I always looked like I was well rested. Whatever's left over on the brush, I'll just run it down the side of my nose. And because it is nice and sunny, you guys get to see what this looks like in natural lighting. No, that is mascara. The Benefit Styler. What? No, that's still not the one I am looking for. Hold on. Hey. All right. You know what? Let me find where I put the, yeah. Found it. The Brow Styler. What is this? Number 6. And then we are just going to go ahead and take this ever so gently. Because I want my brows to be noticeable, I don't need them to be blocked out or sharpied. Then we could just see it. Woo! All for the gram and for the camera, basically. But it's all we do. I mean, I've done shoots with models that have very thick, filled brows, which is not fair because I just have something to work with. These models are just blessed. So that is the difference between the styler. Let me go and do the other brow and then I will show you what I do to finish everything up. All right, brows are basically done and I always have to make sure I tweeze them so they stay in shape. Just like me going to the gym. Perfect. It's been a while since I've done makeup, so for me, I'm like, this is really intense. But every now and then, you just gotta fluff it up. So, to set everything, I really do not like to use, where is my setting spray? Oh my goed. Goed verdomme. Oh, right behind my mirror. So, of course, once everything starts to warm up to the face and the makeup really starts to get that warmth going, it starts to look a lot more natural. But obviously from here, you could really start to intensify certain areas. If you just want to add more here, you can. To really start bringing in a little bit more of that shape of the face. And I gotta give a shout out to my barber, Quincy, for always keeping my hair on fleek. But see how that just really starts to bring in a lot more warmth and more natural shape to the face. Of course, you could always take whatever is here, and I'll go here sometimes, depending on the shoot of what we're doing, because typically my models are mainly shirtless, so I always try to shade match to the chest a lot more to try to get it more. I mean, the sun has just recently been coming back, so bear with me. And just really run everything over. And Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. There we go. There we go. And just set the face. I don't use that much powder for my male models and for the photo shoots because of the fact that it could be way too much and it starts to look a little cakey and dry. But it also really depends on the shoot we're doing, what kind of theme, if we're inside, outside. But mainly with natural lighting, if you don't take care of your skin, it will show texture. Even the foundation, everything will start to show texture. So this is, and whatever filter they have in front of this, obviously is really keeping everything nice and smooth. Did I exfoliate today? No, I didn't. I gotta exfoliate tomorrow then. So tutorial number 1 of my Complexion Perfection. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this series. But for the most part, this is the first one. And the next one, like I said, after this will be with the foundation and the concealer together. So you guys can kind of see what I start to do. Urban Decay also, Charlotte Tilbury. I got some NARS. I've been getting back into NARS, which I'm really excited about because their stuff as of lately has been really grabbing my attention again with the light reflecting foundation and stuff that they've been doing. So yeah, this is how I do makeup for men. And of course, this is a tutorial for all you other aspiring makeup artists or even models. If they say you have to bring your own makeup and you don't know what to buy or get, or how to apply where, what, who, when, and who done, this is also for you. All right, I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Got to take some pictures and it's starting to get hot up here. So, toots louder.